Hello crafty friends!
Hello there everyone.
Welcome back to the Crafty Seas. Today we are on with a Crafter's Companion unboxing, the Say It With Style complete collection. It's a sentiments, everything you would need for all the sentiments in your card. I've only ever seen it on the HSN America website, so I was super surprised to receive this as a birthday gift. So without further ado, let's see what's in the box.
Beautifully packaged. Say It With Style. Would you like to open it?
Ooh, fancy opening.
And as with all the Crafter's Companion box sets, beautifully individually packaged.
Beautifully presented.
Thank you for your purchase. And this one looks as if it's escaped. This is metal dies.
And this should have all the sentiments that you need in it.
Oh, this is the banner shapes.
So
metallic banner shapes.
The Say It With Style is a complete set which has a sheet of sentiments and a coordinating die. And instead of you having to stamp and die cut out individually, this does it in a whole sheet of sentiments at a time. Comes with card, it said it comes with card cut to the correct size.
So markings to keep you correct as to where you should position your stamps.
So it should be interesting to use this, as we've never tried anything that's got multiple stamps and die on that you use in the one go. And as I was saying, yep, it comes with a pack of pastel card.
Oh, lovely. Super quality card.
Yep, good quality card for making your sentiments. So great.
Lemon peach.
Saves us cutting the card, and we can use that as a template if we need more card, but that's a lot of sentiments
so
there.
So it isn't A4, it's just that size. Smaller.
And what else have we got here? Baker's twine.
And satin ribbon.
And satin ribbon. I love how they present the things with the, and that would be great, you know, to, if you were sending somebody baker's twine or ribbon in your Happy Meal, you could reuse those stickers. Oh, lovely pastel shades in matching ribbon. Oh, very thin ribbon. Lovely.
That's and because some of these, if you notice that some of these actually have,
oh yeah, see it,
have holes.
So there's for tags
for going round candle jars or Kilner jars, that type of thing. And the ribbon is narrow to slip through these nicely. Excellent. So they've thought of everything.
A pack of envelopes and a pack of card blanks. Very handy. So that's what was in this box. We'll just slide this back in here. Goes together in one box. Keeps your craft room that little bit tidier. And then also the Say It With Style binder.
Presented with beautiful stitching around it, and you could put your own monogram or image in the front as you wish.
Little zip pockets to store. So once you've made your sentiments, you would store them in here. In the pouches, and here there is for your dies to go on.
Perfect.
So they fit nicely in there.
And then you've got space on the back for...
And here are all the sentiments. So as you can see, they're tabbed at the side. You have birthday wishes, time to celebrate, oh, just to say family ties, and 'tis the season. So the first one, birthday wishes, you have count your blessings, not your candles.
There's no such thing as too many candles. May your birthday be a special celebration. Happy birthday. You don't look a day over fabulous.
You're not getting older, you're increasing in value.
Hope your day is filled with extra icing. So lots of
fun sentiments. And how this works is the die, if I can find the correct,
this way.
Mhm.
That's it.
Well cut. It's designed to cut.
It's got the X's.
The X's, you line up the X's.
You line up the X's and they fit exactly over.
And this should cut out a whole sheet of sentiments at a time. So you have birthday wishes. You have time to celebrate. So you have you're invited. Again. Let's party. So you're engaged. Happy Valentine's Day. New baby. So for every occasion you can think of.
You did it, General.
Hopefully put on your dancing shoes. That's a nice one. There should be a
Happy New
sentiment
Year.
for
Happy
it.
New Home, I should say. Yes.
And just to say, so we have thank you, thanks a bunch, warm wishes, brighter days are coming, life's tough but so are you. These are lovely, lovely sentiments.
Really all occasions. And this one is family ties. Family is everything. Remind me how old you're pretending to be.
So great sentiments again. Family is this family ties?
Family ties.
Everyone was thinking it. I just said it. A balanced diet is a cupcake in each hand. A balanced diet is a cupcake in each hand.
My brain has too many tabs open.
It's funny. So great, and they're relatively small as well. So these stamps will be great for ETCs and things as well. Now you have to do the whole sheet in one, although I suppose you could mask out the area that you wanted to stamp and just stamp that as well.
It's much easier just to do the complete sheet.
If you were wanting to incorporate in a project.
Yeah.
And then not a lot of 'Tis the Season dies, just a small page of Christmas dies, but we do have a lot of Christmas dies anyway. I'm not sure how these would actually line up with the die, as they're not a full sheet. And if you ran this through your Gemini without anything here, it would mark your plates.
You'd probably have to watch it on the channel to see.
So that's
I'm sure they'll have thought that through.
But all these are stamp storage, so we intend to organise our stamping collection into this folder and have all our sentiment dies and stamps in the one place. So without further ado, I'm going to grab our Gemini machine, our stamping platform, and test this out. Let's try this Say It With Style set out. We're going to use some of the pre-cut card from the pack, one of the metal dies, and one of the birthday wishes stamp sets. And we'll be using archival ink. You can use any ink that you like. Just make sure it's a juicy ink pad and it's slow drying, because by the time you stamp up all of the sentiments, you don't want it to go dry before stamping. I'd also recommend that you use a stamping platform. We're going to attach the paper in place using the magnets. The pre-cut card that comes with the set is cut quite small. It's cut to the perfect size, so you don't have much room for your magnets. And I'd advise that you put your magnets just on the very edge of the paper, because when you come to push down on your stamping press, it can affect the stamps at the very edge if the magnets are too close. So just line all that up nicely and attach your stamp to the stamping platform. And here we're going to use archival ink. And just make sure that you really cover the stamp well, getting into all those nooks and crannies. Once you've got your sentiments nicely covered in ink, it's time to stamp them out. So just flip over your stamp press and push down. I'd advise that you give it a good bit of pressure, ensuring that you press down over each one of the sentiments. The good thing is using a stamping press that you can always go back in to put more pressure on or more ink onto any bits that you might have missed. However, we did notice that when we stamped multiple times that we got a kind of double vision effect. Could just have been that we were using too much pressure, but I would advise if you can do it first go, that would be the best for a clearer stamped image. And the stamping press here really is a must. So as you can see, we've got it all stamped out. Didn't really stamp the crosses as clearly as I would have liked to this time, but in the future, when I come to do this, I'll make sure that I really ink up those crosses, because you'll need those crosses to line up your die. So here we've got the metal die, and as you can see, the stamped crosses coordinate with the crosses on the metal die. As the paper is cut to the exact size, I found it quite difficult to secure the die in place, and we don't want it slipping when we put it through the Gemini machine. Here I'm just using a little bit of washi tape to secure the metal die to the card. It's easier to do this if you lift the die up, line up those X's again, and just use your washi tape to secure it in place. This is a little bit fiddly, but you will get used to it the more that you do it. So I'm just going to use a few bits of washi tape to hold that in place and double check that it's all nicely lined up before running it through the Gemini machine. The plate combination that we're going to use is our base clear cutting plate, your clear plastic shim, our magnetic shim, and then our top cutting plate. You can play about with the sandwich to suit the pressure of your machine, but this is what we found worked best. And then we're just going to run it through the Gemini. And don't worry if it makes some cracking noises and some banging, it's totally normal. And we only had to cut this die once, one pass through the machine, and as you can see, they all cut out beautifully. And the good thing is that you can use the die separately and just cut out the shapes if you'd like, and use your own stamps and sentiments if they would fit in the shape. So here are the first lot of sentiments. I think they worked out really well for our first try, and we're quite pleased with them. You can let us know in the comment section below, what do you think? Is this something you would try? Do you have this set? I think it'd be really handy for someone who is batch making cards, or to save time running out all your sentiments and then you can just keep them in a box and grab them when needed. Although it's a slight disadvantage of the set that you have to do the whole sheet every time. So if you were just wanting one sentiment, it could be a waste of card. So now we're going to try the other metal die and one of the other sentiment sets. It's the exact same process. Just get your stamp onto your stamping press, ink it up really well, making sure to cover the stamp. And we didn't condition these stamps or anything. This was just the first time using them, and they took the ink very well and stamped up clearly. This stamp set's the one with the banner, and it has the banner details already printed on the stamp. I think I would have preferred it not to have that, because I didn't like the finished look of some of the banners, but I suppose that's all personal preference. Again, we're just going to press down evenly, making sure to press on all of the sentiments to get a good stamped impression. And as you'll see in a moment, we stamped a few times here because some of the stamps didn't fully print out. So we're just double printing here. But unfortunately, that thank you at the edge there, as you can see, had that kind of double vision effect to it. But as I said, with a bit of practice and making sure that we use a good ink, it should be fine. for future use. And here we are, just finding those X's, lining up the die again, making sure everything's in the right place. It's quite tricky, but as I say, you will get used to it. And it is easier if you hold it up and apply your washi tape. But if you were cutting your own card, you could cut your card a little wider so you would have space to attach your tape to a little bit easier. And again, once you've got your die secured, it's just the same process again. We're going to run it through the Gemini machine, and let's see if this one cuts out. So again, it's our base plate, our clear cutting plate, the die cutting side down, plastic shim, magnetic shim, and our clear cutting plate on top. And we're just going to run that through the machine. And if you have a Gemini and have a problem with your plates bowing or cracking, it's always a good idea to rotate your plates. And here we can see again this cut through first time after just one pass through the machine. So I can definitely say that these dies are great for cutting. And they've cut out all the banners and sentiments in one go. Quite a good selection of sentiments here in the collection. We have bless you, just for you, be thankful always. But as you can see with that thinking of you banner, I'm not too keen on the placement of the stamped parts on it, but you can let us know in the comment section below what you think. And here we ran through another one of the sentiment sets just to show you the range that you get in the kit. And this one, I think because it was our third time using the metal die and stamp set together, we got the hang of it and they all stamped out perfectly. And here are all our finished sentiments. As you can see, there are loads of sentiments here that were super quick to make. That was just 3 sheets of card and 3 passes through the Gemini machine. So if you were making large batch sentiments for cards, for selling at craft fairs and things like that, it's a really handy die set. It is quite expensive. It's on offer at the moment in the Black Friday sale on Crafter's Companion. I think it's down to £80 if you are a platinum member, but you'd have to check the website for current price details. Is it worth it? The jury's out. I think it's a great concept. Very handy if you're a batch maker, but for a small time card maker like ourselves who just do it for fun, it's quite an investment. I do like the fact that everything's all contained in the one kit and you can just reach for your Say It With Style folder and you have all the sentiments to hand, and the fact that you can use the dies on their own to create tag shapes that you can use with your own sentiments. Let us know what you think. We love to hear from you in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching today, and until next time, happy crafting.